Hello friends, welcome to my new data structures and algorithms in Java tutorial series video. Friends, in this tutorial we will discuss how to reverse a string using a stack in Java. So friends, below you can see an algorithm which would reverse a string using a stack in Java. So friends, let's see the demonstration of this algorithm step by step. So friends, let's suppose we are given a string whose value is a, b, c, d. So here we will see the demonstration of the algorithm which would reverse this string using a stack in Java. So in the first step what we do is we actually create a stack. Now this stack will hold only the character values. So an empty stack is created. Moving ahead. Now as we are given with this string ABCD, we'll first convert it into an character array. So in the string class there is a method toCharArray which returns back a character array. So it would look something like this, that we are now having a character array whose length is 4 and whose values are A, B, C and D. Moving ahead. So friends, here we know that a stack is a LIFO data structure, which means last in first out. And we also discussed in our previous tutorial that how we can represent a stack, and we also discussed the push and the pop methods of the stack. So the general idea behind the working of stack is the element which goes into the stack last becomes the first one to be removed. So in this step what we are actually doing, we are providing a for loop which will iterate over each and every character of this char array, and then it will simply push it into the stack. So in the first iteration the value of C will become A, and then we'll simply push the character A into the stack. So it would look something like this, that now A is into the stack, and similarly now C becomes B. We will push B into the stack. Moving ahead. Now C becomes the character C, and we'll simply push the C into the stack. And finally C becomes the last value, which is D, and we will push it into the stack. So now as we have traversed each and every character of this char array, there are no more elements left to be traversed. So friends, here now in the stack we have 4 elements. The first element which we inserted was A, then we inserted B, then we inserted C, and the last element we inserted is the D. So friends, now we'll again provide a for loop which will iterate from the value I equal to 0 to a value lesser than string.length. So initially value of I is 0, and here we can see that the length of the string is 4. So currently I is less than 4. So now what we do is we'll pop the elements from the stack, and then we'll simply assign it to the respective index from 0 to 3. So friends, as soon as we call stack.pop, the element which is last inserted, which is nothing but D, will be popped out. So it would look something like this. So now D is popped out, and the value will be assigned to the char array at index 0, which is this position. So now it becomes D. Moving ahead. Now we'll increment the I. So I becomes 1, and still the value of I is less than 4. Now we'll again pop the element from the stack, which is nothing but value C, and we'll assign it to the char array at index 1. So the value at index 1 becomes C. Moving ahead. Now value of I becomes 2. 2 is less than 4. We now pop an element from the stack, and this value we will assign to the character array at index 2. So now at index 2 we will assign the value b. Moving ahead, we will now increment the I, so I becomes 3 and 3 is less than 4. So we'll pop an element from the stack. So now value a is popped out and it will be assigned to this char array at index 3 because value of I is 3. So value of this char array at index 3 becomes a. Moving ahead, now I becomes 4 and so 4 is not less than 4. So therefore the condition in for loop comes out to be false. And also friends, here you can see that using this stack we have actually reversed this character array, and the last step will simply return this string by passing in the character array. So now it will return a string having a value as DCBA. So friends, in this tutorial we saw how we can reverse a string using a stack in Java. Now let's go to Eclipse and see the working of this code.